This is Whiskey 1 Hotel America Mike.
Well, Whiskey 1, gosh, something going on there. You were 40 over for a couple of letters, and then you dropped down to almost nothing. It was too fast to transition to being Mother Nature. So what is that, your linear that's a problem, or what?
No, I have no linear. I have no idea. I guess everything seems fine to me. This is a Yaesu FTDX101MP. I'm using the Yaesu reference microphone M1.
Okay, yeah. What it is, it's your dynamic range. You're not processing very much. So as you get closer to the mic or something, your level went boom, and then you might have backed off, and it went boom the other way. So well, we can fatten that up if you might be interested, sir.
Yeah, how would you go about doing that?
All right, it starts with engaging your compressor at a 3. Get that compressor on at a 3. It's a token amount, but it does precisely what is needed. Roger?
Okay, well, I'm going to have to figure this one out because I haven't had this radio very long. I don't even know how to change that. Maybe this will help if I just, okay, if you're familiar with this microphone, I'm actually running dual elements right now. So how about I try the condenser?
Yeah, you're running a condenser and a dynamic in the same microphone?
Yeah, it's basically the M1 microphone has dual elements. So I can run a condenser and a dynamic at the same time, supposedly. But anyways, now I'm running totally a dynamic. I turn the condenser off.
That's a novelty. I'm not really familiar with that. But how did you come in? What part of the mic did you use coming in?
It was the same microphone, but it was dual elements. So basically you're running 2 elements at the same time.
Yes, sir. Okay, let me give you some notes, and you can bring up things as you become more familiar with your radio in the book. Roger?
QSL, I appreciate that.
All right, it starts with your compressor. So engage your compressor at a 3. Turn your compressor on at a 3 when you find out how to do that. Compressor on at a 3. Then you move to your ALC with a mic gain in hand. And as you speak fairly quickly, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, you are speaking fairly quickly because that keeps the meter up and makes it a whole lot easier to adjust rather than it coming up 1, 2, 3. And so you're going 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, test 1, 2, 3, and you're adjusting your mic gain until your AOC is running mid-scale to 2/3. Roger?
Well, okay, QSL. Basically, if I understood you correctly, I'm going to figure out how to change the compressor. I'm going to add 3. And in the ALC, I'm going to go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 real fast, and I'm going to, it's the mic gain. I'm going to adjust that to basically halfway to 2/3. Is that correct?
Yes, that is absolutely correct there. And then it would, from there, we usually do an EQ, mic EQ set, but what I would suggest is that I think you may be misunderstanding about the dual elements of your microphone. I think you may be having 2 elements, but one being a condenser and one being dynamic would be, I'm not really familiar with that, not to say that that doesn't exist, but to my way of estimation, it would be unusual. So I would just do, your regular mic, the broadest frequency mic that you have, use that one, and then add 3 clicks of top-end EQ to that. Roger?
Okay, QSL. Now what I did, I basically, I'm using, I changed the high end. Basically, this microphone has 4 buttons, has a built-in equalizer. You can adjust everything. Well, it has a scope right on the microphone. It's a really dynamite microphone. I hope I'm understanding everything.
Roger. Yeah, I think you repeated it fairly accurately. The thing is, your ALC is the Bible for your radio. And regardless of what mic or which element you're running, you want to always go back to your ALC with mic gain in hand and make sure your ALC meter is running mid-scale to 2/3. Just even simply changing the elements of that microphone could change your level. So you want to be very consistent about the last thing you do is to go back to your ALC and make sure that you're running mid-scale to 2/3 as you go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Roger?
Yep, QSL, and by the way, my name is Kelly, and I'm in Clinton, Iowa, and you were giving me, 5.9, of course, plus probably about 10. So you're doing really good from Kentucky, I believe you said you were in.
Roger. Now, did you say your name was Tully, Tully?
No, it's Kelly, Kilowatt Echo Lima Yankee.
Kelly. All right, I got you, sir. So if you get a chance, you want to see what your audio is doing right at the moment, if you go to YouTube and do a call letter search for KC9VKV, followed by today's date, 10/16/20, it will take you to this recording. Give us a couple of days to get it uploaded to YouTube. Roger?
Oh, that sounds fantastic, and I understand that you're here every Friday night, so I'll get the book out this week, and I'm going to try and adjust it, and if I'm not working and I get home early enough, I'm going to get back on 40 meters and see if you can tell any difference.
Yes, sir. Do that. We'll be looking for you. So 73 for now, sir, and you have a great afternoon and beautiful weekend, Roger.
Yep, same to you, sir. Thank you very much. W1HAM clear.
I'll tell you what, right before you go, Kelly, now you just have some great propagation going. Why don't you give me 10 or 15 seconds about your antenna system so you can hear your audio?
Okay, the antenna system is a folded, terminated dipole. I bought it over there at Radio Way in Missouri. It's a new thing for them, I believe, but it seems to be working very well. I'm actually able to, it works on 160 meters all the way through 10 meters, and I am able to tune everything without an external tuner now. I can just use the tuner in the radio. QSL?
Oh, roger that, Kelly. Now, if you really want to get down to it, if you have a specific frequency in mind that you normally operate on, you can adjust that antenna to where you don't even have to use the tuner in your radio. You get that SWR down to a 0.0 something. And then you don't have to use a tuner. You know, the tuner doesn't actually increase the efficiency of the antenna. It just helps the radio look at the antenna, you know, but it does not improve the efficiency of the antenna. Only reducing the actual SWR increases the efficiency of the antenna. This particular antenna I'm on is a no SWR dipole. It's running somewhere around 0.03. You cannot see the meter move in the reflected mode. Roger?
Oh yeah, QSL, and actually the reason I put this antenna up is because winter's coming, and I just kind of like the warm side of the door. But normally I do have, I've made homemade dipoles for every band, and yeah, so I just cut them to the right length, and I get them pretty much flat, and they work perfectly without a tuner. Anyways, thanks for all the information, and I hope you have a great weekend. And I hope that you have time to pick up some more people. Thanks for all your knowledge, sir. W1HAM.
Roger, Kelly, 73, sir, and you have a great afternoon, beautiful weekend. And again, if you get a chance, join us next Friday. This is the KC9VKV Qso-Vlog network. We're rapidly approaching becoming a pumpkin. We have time for one more. If somebody might be interested in hearing what their radio sounds like, give me a shout.
Whiskey Alpha 4 India Kilo Uniform.
Something ending in uniform.
Whiskey Alpha 4 India Kilo Uniform. Central Virginia.
Alrighty, gosh, try it one more time, slowly, phonetically, please, sir. You're about a half a dB above my noise.
Whiskey Alpha 4 India Kilo Uniform.
We are in Qso with Whiskey Alpha 4 India Kilo Uniform. Whiskey Alpha 4 India Kilo Uniform. What's the name there, sir?
The name is Steve, and I've heard you any number of times, and I was hoping that I had a good signal with you.
Yes, sir. At the moment, it's kind of in and out, but on your high side, you're probably about 10 over, so you have a good signal when you're there, Roger.
Okay, Roger. You're about 5'9", a little over 5'9" here, Central Virginia, about 80 miles southwest of Washington, D.C.
Right, yes. Well, somebody has begun operation there about 1 KC below us or above us. I'm not sure exactly where it is, but Steve, you know, I don't know if you've heard our setup, but you could use a little fattening. So let me give you a couple of things to think about there. The first would be engaging that compressor at a 3. That's where our generic tune-up starts, Roger.
Yes, that's where I have it set.
Okay, and then take a look at your ALC with mic gain in hand, and by speaking very quickly, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, adjust your ALC meter to run mid-scale to 2/3 by way of manipulating your mic gain control.
Okay, give me a minute to set that up.
Second by second, I'm turning into a pumpkin.
Okay, I'll catch you some other time when you got time, because I hear you quite frequently, and I'll work on some of those things with the ALC.
I mean, if you know where your ALC is, and you know where your mic gain is, I've got the time there, Roger.
Okay, yeah, this is 7300, and I haven't had it that long, so I'm looking as quick as I can.
Yes, sir, I understand. This is Kilo Charlie 9 Victor Kilo Victor, the Friday afternoon Qso-Vlog network, and let me run through just a statement here about our mission. This net is all about ham radio, and our mission statement for this network is to establish a higher technical level of radio transmissions of the human voice by the intelligent utilization of available electronics in current amateur radio transceivers. Our setup, while generic in nature, converts the average 10 dB dynamic range transmitter with 30% of average peak modulation to a much fuller 3 dB dynamic range transmitter with an 80 to 85% of average peak modulation. This substantial boost in audio transmit level is extremely beneficial in high noise levels and heavy QRM. It allows you to punch through when others fail. The second part of our transmitter setup has to do with proper mic EQ or equalization. We're looking to optimize the transmitted voice for a higher degree of intelligibility through the use of EQ patterns that bring out the articulation aspects of the human voice. Again, why need to hear the voice if you can't understand the words? The words, that's the important thing. It's not just to be heard, but to be understood. So, Steve, how are we doing there, sir?
I think I need to learn a little bit more on my rig here. I don't want to waste your time, so maybe I'll talk to you another time.
Roger, Steve. Okay, well, let me give you some homework there. I'll give you the tune-up procedure, and you can do it as you find things on your radio. First thing is engage your compressor at a 3. Token amount, but it does exactly what it needs to do. So the beginning of the tune-up is your compressor in line at a 3. Then move to your ALC with mic gain in hand, and as you speak fairly quickly, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, adjust your ALC level to mid-scale to 2/3 by way of increasing or decreasing your mic gain control. Roger?
Okay, the last thing about the ALC and the adjustment, you said to adjust it to mid-scale?
Adjust it to mid-scale to 2/3. In other words, you can't, you need to have it, actually the actual sweet spot is halfway between mid-scale and 2/3. But if you're running your audio on that ALC meter from mid-scale to 2/3, which is 70% or thereabouts, you'll be in good shape. So from 50% to 70% on your ALC meter. Roger?
70%.
That's it, Roger.
Okay, guys, appreciate the help. Kilo Charlie 9, Victor Kilo Bravo, Whiskey Alpha 4 India Kilo uniform.
Roger, Steve. Well, that'll do it for us. Thanks for dropping by, and if you get a chance, check in with us next Friday as we run the Qso-Vlog net from 3:30 till 5. This is a KC9VKV. We're at the end of the road. We appreciate everyone who participated. If you want to check out your audio, if you go to YouTube and do a call letter search for Kilo Charlie 9, Victor Kilo Victor, followed by today's date, 10/16/20, that will take you directly to this recording. Please give us a couple of days to get this recording uploaded to YouTube. So there we go. We'll be wrapping it up now and be returning this frequency to normal amateur radio use. This is a KC9VKV clear.